After dropping out of college and without a penny to your name, she only stepped up to help because she knew you weren't ready to raise a child properly. Marianne, a mother's duty doesn't end with her children leaving home. Now that you're a mother yourself, I hope you will begin to understand that good parenting isn't about coddling children, it's about providing for them and shaping them into the people they're supposed to become, whether they like it or not. I won't trouble you again. You've made your intentions clear. I just thought you should know, Dad.
What the hell? Marianne was pregnant in 1992, before she even got here.
Before us? Do we have a long-lost sibling out there somewhere?
It's possible, but she could have given it up or miscarried. Who knows?
Yeah, you're right.
It's Michael.
Do you
It's
think
Michael.
we could track down her father?
You mean the grandfather she never told us about? I don't think I want to.
You're not at all excited about having more family.
You saw
Nope.
the letter. I don't think we want any part of that.
Fine. Let's keep digging.
What's this?
Some sort of map?
That's the Gold Lady's castle.
What's that plant thing on top?
Oh, those are definitely salmonberry flowers.
Hey,
Some sort of clock. This is the princess's house. This looks like a dinner party with the old bear and the very old beaver. Yes,
what's in there? Another letter?
the princess's laws. Is this from the Book of Goblins?
Not that I know of.
Well, sure looks like it could be.
The princess is lost. Once upon a time in an ancient and deep forest, there lived a wise princess in a big wooden house. She made it clear. She made it through the woods and to that house with nothing left but the clothes on her back and a single item from her old life, a splendid tiara. She lost almost everything in her desperate flight from the mad hunter. The trees tore the rucksack from her back and shredded her dress and left a pattern of red wells on her skin, but through it all she clutched the tiara close to her chest, fearing any misstep could cause it to fall from her arms and break. The tiara had its own spot in the big wooden house, a pillow near the window where sun would catch on its surface to shine and wink. The princess would stare for hours at the tiara, marveling in its beauty and running her thumbs down its curves. Every morning she would wake and she would tend to it, polishing its every surface to be sure it shone as brightly as it could be. Then she would pick it up, place it on her head, and walk the woods, feeling somehow more complete. Because of what? After all, was a princess without a crown. Every night she would place it upon his pillow, give it a quick kiss, and go to bed. On her way, she would pause and glance back to be sure it was still there. She hated to be separated from it, but she knew it was safest on the pillow while she slept. One night, the princess woke to a raging storm. The wind howled against the walls, rattling the windows in their panes. Fearing a gust might burst open a window and blow the tiara to the ground, she plucked it from its open window She plucked it from its pillow and brought it to the bed with her. All through the night she held the tiara close, and in the morning she woke to find herself still cradling it. The storm had passed and the princess relaxed. The next day was the same as any other, though she perhaps gave the tiara an even more thorough cleaning. Grateful as she was that nothing had gone wrong, that night she placed the tiara upon his pillow, giving it a quick kiss, and went to bed, pausing on her way to be sure it was still there. In the morning, she woke and sensed immediately that something was wrong. In the living room, the tiara lay upon the ground, broken, dull, and faded. Nothing else in the room had changed. The pillow was exactly where she had left it. The window was closed. There had been no storm, no wind, no sign that anything at all could have gone amiss. Only the broken tiara mute upon the ground. She picked it up and held it in her arms with a gutturally cry. She thought she tried to fix it and to polish it. It was gone, beyond repair, and with no shine left. The princess held the tiara through the day and through the next night, sitting in the same spot at the window where she used to polish it. When the sun rose, she looked outside and her gaze fixed on a sapling. She remembered how the sapling had survived the winter, clinging to life despite the frozen, unforgiving earth. Without a word, she went out and buried the tiara in the ground beneath the sapling, and as a final scoop of dirt fell, the tiara felt truly gone, and with it the final link to her old self. She could only go forward and find a new place for herself in the world, where she was no longer truly a princess with a tiara and a beautiful gown, but a wan woman alone in a deep and ancient wood. And that was somehow the princess lost her most precious treasure and her title.
And that was how the princess lost her most precious treasure and her title. That was the story she read us that night.
God, it makes sense now.
Yeah, she got pregnant. And she ran away to start a new life. And then she made her way to Delos Crossing, where she was finally happy. But then the baby died.
I can't even imagine how she must have felt. She left everything behind, built a whole new life for him. And then he was just gone.
I guess having us helped her move on. But when it looked like we were going to be taken away, she snapped. She just couldn't lose any more children. It really wasn't anything we did.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do with all this.
I don't either, but all I wanted was to understand what happened to her. And now I do.
Yeah. But we still haven't seen what's in that chest. Okay, so...
The princess lost her most precious treasure. That's why it all happened.
I still can't wrap my head around it.
All right, should be easy enough. Yes. Whoa.
Did it just get darker in here?
Yeah.
Ollie. She noticed.
Dear Allison and Ollie, we write stories to understand
your
and be
son.
understood, but what good is a story without a first act? I'm sorry I kept mine from you for so long. All my love, Goblins.
Why does she have a photo of that tree locked in here?
Is that...
Leo Ronan.
Why didn't she tell us about him? Why didn't she tell us any of this?
I mean, it's fucking terrible. That's why. Allie, did we do the right thing opening this?
We did. It's better we know what happened, even if it's hard. And there's one more thing we need to see.
Are you sure?
Yes. Come on, let's go to the dock. It's time to finish this.
No, I want to.
A baby
Hey,
blanket?
now that we're done with the important stuff, maybe we can take a crack at these?
A baby blanket?
Okay.
You really want to go? You sure we've seen everything?
I guess we could stay a little longer if you think there's more to find.
Where'd you go?
Gold Lady stays locked up in her castle. Here, the Secret Keeper, hiding secrets in the clouds. We'll let the mangy muskrat have his rock back. The Ice King goes in the forest, obviously. There you go, stalwart moose. Back in your pond, big frog.
Cool.
That's the pious pelican spot. Crafty goblins go here. The wise princess goes in the big wooden house, of course. The mad hunter, always on the princess's trail. The moonhag's gotta be imprisoned in her lake.
I missed 2. Dang it. I missed 2.
The crafty goblin's loot.
That's from The Princess and the Two Thieves. I drew the original.
And I distinctly remember drawing that cake, which is arguably the best part of that illustration.
Our... Right, Picasso. And you probably remember what the goblins stole in that story, huh?
No, I don't. I don't remember. The crafty goblin's loot. Crafty goblin's loot. Ah. Da 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 da. Eggs, fruit. So, a few fruits. Eggs.
I'm pretty sure they stole some eggs.
Fruit and nuts. Da 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 da. Spoon, plates, forks, and knives, and blankets.
What if they took some spoons? Maybe they took some of the princess's fruit? That's it. I always wondered where that drawing went. She said it was her favorite, and then one day it just disappeared.
Go.
The old bear's gifts for the princess.